What's good, y'all? This is your boy D Humble Hustler back with another video. Sitting here today in my office, uh, basically doing a Q&A. Not really a Q&A, but just letting you know what I do. Um, I go by the name D Humble Hustler, and what I do in real life is I do accounting work and bookkeeping. Um, I also help people with marketing for different companies, whether that be giving out flyers or trying to genuinely make the company new money. Um, I am looking for new clients, people who want their taxes done. Also, I do home refinance, and I'm looking for people who want to refinance their home. They're having hard times, they need a loan, they're trying to refinance their home. Another thing I'm doing is I'm looking for people who need marketing done. They try to market their business, regardless of what kind of business they have or what they're doing. I'm looking for people like that. But basically, what I want to touch on today is the difference between self-employment and W-2s. With this coronavirus going on and this unemployment and all this stuff going on, a lot of people are confused about what that is. And I'm going to tell you the main difference. The difference between self-employment and W-2, one of the main differences is the difference between paying taxes and not paying taxes. All right, so when you have a W-2, you pay taxes, but it ain't knowing you to pay taxes. The government actually pays the taxes for you. How do they pay the taxes for you? You probably asking. By taking it out your paycheck. So maybe you claim 0 dependents. They took a little more. Maybe you claim 1 or 2 or 3 dependents. They take it automatically, so you don't have to be good at math to know how much you have to pay or how much you owe them, because they're taking it every week from you out of your paycheck. And because of that, you actually get some of it back at the end of the year when you file your taxes. That's a W-2. So you don't have to do anything for yourself besides work for whoever you're working for, whether that be McDonald's, Burger King, or one of those different places, right? So you don't have to worry about that. But with self-employment, it's a little more different. I would say it's a lot different, you know what I'm saying? Because with self-employment, you basically work for yourself. You're a sole proprietor, or independent contractor. You probably understand that better. And what that means is you work for yourself. So no matter how much money, like I work for myself, no matter how much money you make, you're responsible. So I can make all the money I want. Uncle Sam is not going to take no taxes from me whatsoever. He's not going to take no money from me. I can make $1 million today. He's not going to touch anything. Why? Because it's under the table, it's cash. I don't have an employer, whether I got it generating deals or whatever. Now, that's cool. But because of that, I have to pay taxes on $100,000. My taxes on $100,000 would be upwards of $10,000 for every $100,000 that I make self-employed. All right? Now, if I don't pay that and a number of years go by, eventually I'm going to get a letter from Uncle Sam saying, hey, you did not pay your taxes and you've made this amount of money. And they're going to give me a warning, and if I still don't pay, it's going to add up. Now, once it adds up, they can either A, lock me up in federal prison for tax evasion, which is what they do most times. But before they get to that point where they're actually locking you up, they usually take assets from you. What are assets? Those are the things that you bought with that money that you made. And you'll be upset, like, oh, why Uncle Sam did this, why Uncle Sam doing that. But you have to realize, Uncle Sam is doing that because you make your own money. You work for yourself. You do not work for anybody. So you are responsible for how much money you're making. and you're responsible to tell them how much money you made. So that's the difference. So as a recap, self-employment is when you work for yourself. So nobody is going to take taxes from you. You are responsible for making your own money. You're responsible for telling the government how much money you made, and you're responsible for paying your taxes at the end of the year. Where with a W-2, they automatically take it so you don't have to worry about it. Now I'm going to get a little bit more deeper. Now that you understand that part of self-employment and W-2, let's go in deep. So you would say when you self-employed, you have to pay taxes. So let's say you don't want to pay taxes. Let's say maybe you didn't make enough money, or maybe you had kids and you had a lot of responsibilities. If you can prove that you had a profit loss, meaning you made this money, yes, I made 100,000, but I lost X amount of money because of this, because of that, because this or that, or that, etc. If you have kids, a lot of times you can reverse it. Want me to go in deeper? Say like if you own a corner store. A store owner would pay taxes, wouldn't he? Because he's self-employed. Just like a taxi driver doesn't work for a taxi company. What he does is he rents the taxi and they charge him rent. He makes cash money every day, but he's responsible for paying his own taxes. Now, if that taxi driver or store owner want to offset their taxes and not have to actually pay taxes, even though they are self-employed and they're responsible for their own money, a good way to offset that is by having children. Because see, what happens if you own a store and you didn't have any kids, and let's say you made 100,000, you're probably going to have to pay almost $10,000 in taxes at the end of the year on that money. But now, if you still own that same corner store, and let's say you got 4 kids, you know what that could do for you? I'll tell you. What that could do for you is offset the amount of money you owe, and you probably end up paying nothing. The reason why is because now that you have these 4 children, you get what's called earned income credit. Earned income credit is money that the government credits you for that particular child, because they know that a lot of your money went into taking care of the child. I mean, mainly if you're a good parent and you're not abusive. You have a lot of abusive parents that don't feed their kids, don't give a shit if their kids die, don't care about nothing. Assuming that you are one of the decent people who actually care about your kids, the government will give you an earned income credit. Now, let's say you owe $10,000 in taxes. Earned income credit is about $2,000 a child. So let's say you owe $10,000. You got to pay $10,000 in taxes in March of 2021. But we in January of 2021 right now. Today is January the 25th. And you like, man, I owe $10,000. How could I offset that? What you can do is you can file taxes self-employed saying you're a store owner, but you claim 3 of your children on your taxes. Do you know what that's going to do for you? You're getting $2,000 a kid, federal, and $1,000 per kid state. So what'll happen is, you add it up yourself. You got 3 kids. You owe $10,000. You're a store owner. You do not want to have to pay this $10,000. So what do? You come to me. You say, hey, Mike, or you go to your tax place or whoever handles that for you. And you say, hey, I want my taxes done. The humble hustler, do my taxes. I would say, well, give me all 3 of your kids' information. I will take your books, put all your information in the system, your log book, your bank transactions. And what that'll do is now, that 10,000 you owe, 6,000 just got dropped from that 10,000. The reason why is because the government is going to take in consideration that you have 3 children, and the federal earned income credit is $2,000 a kid. 246. So now $6,000 just came off of the $10,000 that you owe to the government that quick. And that's only the federal. Mind you, the state is still going to credit you $1,000 per kid because the federal is $2,000 per kid. The state is $1,000 per kid. So now you got 3 kids. Follow me? They already took 6,000 off, 246, because 2,000 per kid, 246. That's 3 kids. That's your federal. Now you owe 4,000 to the government because 10,000 take away 6,000 is 4,000. But wait, the state's still going to credit you the $1,000 per kid, as long as you have bank statements showing that you really are self-employed. Now, how you show you really are self-employed, obviously, is by having bank transactions for the past 12 months, even if it's only $50, saying that, yes, I'm self-employed because I put money in the bank every week or every month or every other week. So now the state is going to add the 1,000 per kid. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's $3,000. The state just added an earned income credit to you. And the federal added $6,000, 246. 6 and 3 is what? $9,000. How much is your bill now to the IRS in March? Now, out of $10,000, you've been credited $9,000. So now you're only going to pay $1,000 taxes. I know you're probably thinking, thank you. I didn't understand that. That's how simple it is. That's why I tell a lot of store owners, taxi drivers, come to your boy, come to The Humble Hustler. I won't cheat you, I'll show you the way. I'll show you how to do this, son, like Jay-Z said. So that's just what I wanted to touch on. Don't forget about the merch. Right now I'm in the office. My company name is Jet Set Marketing. And if y'all have any questions about what I just spoke about the difference between self-employment and W-2, feel free to comment below, share this video, like and subscribe, give it a thumbs up, help me get to 100 subscribers, because I don't have 100 subscribers yet. I'm new. I've only had this YouTube since July, but I'm gonna stick with it. I know it's gonna take me some time, but thank you, and please help me, because as you see on my desk, I have a rainy day fund. You see what it says? I need a vacation. I desperately need a vacation. So help me get subscribers so that YouTube could put change in my vacation job. Please. And by doing that, you will help me out a lot. So like I said before, you just turn a $10,000 debt into a $1,000 debt by adding 3 kids to your taxes, getting the $6,000, 246 for 3 kids, plus the $3,000, 1, 2, 3 from the state, which equals $9,000. And now out of that $100,000 you just made, you only had to give $1,000 to Uncle Sam. You don't have to worry about going to prison. You don't have to worry about tax evasion or getting your assets took like that new motorcycle you just bought. You know, the one that you saw in the Geico commercial. All right? So that's what it is. And people with W-2s, you have no worries. You work for somebody, you making $300-400 a week. Some of you making $1,000 a week. And Uncle Sam is just sticking their hand in your pocket, taking the money for you. It's almost like Uncle Sam is treating you like a newborn baby. So you don't have to worry about going to jail either, because they already took their money from you before you even got your check. They saw your check before you saw your check. Make sense? So that's just what I wanted to touch on. As I said before, make sure y'all get that merch. I got the Humble Hustler shirts. Help support your boy. Send a comment below with your email. Let me know what your email is. All right? The shirts are only $30. I have a special. If you buy a shirt and a face mask, that only costs you $45. Or we have the triple special for $60. You'll get the Humble Hustler shirt, the Humble Hustler face mask to protect you from that coronavirus, and you get a nice snapback fitted in the same color. Thank y'all for supporting me. I appreciate y'all. And for some of you who's close to New York, I look forward to seeing you. And if you're not in New York, I can still do your taxes, no matter what state you in. Just comment below, send me your information, especially you store owners and you taxi drivers and you construction workers and you barbers who cut hair. Yeah, I'm calling out all you self-employed people, right? You people that own your own marketing offices. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Everybody who's working for themselves, even you work from home moms, that's making money under the table and getting close to having to pay taxes, and you don't know what to do, and you have questions, but you can't get on the phone with H&R Block because due to the coronavirus, nobody's answering the phones, or the phone line is too busy, so they like call back later, and you just never get through. Help me help you. I got my calculator ready. I got my ginger ale soda. And I'm here for you. Peace. Thank you for hollering at your boy, the Humble Hustler. Look forward to new videos coming out. And I gotta get back to working. Because as we speak, I actually have taxi drivers and business owners that want their taxes done. Thank you.